So, while they distract the whole world with one virus, folks, they're distracting the entire planet. Trillions waltz off with Trump's, Bush's, Clinton's, Obama's, Pelosi's, Warren's, Bernie Sanders. Trillions of fiat quantitative easing, helicopter bucks, bills of credit, the fiat money. Trillions, folks, walks off with the Democratic and Republican criminals that allow the bankster gangsters to enslave the whole planet with their fiat paper and ink money. Paper and ink currency. It's all what do you call that there? Oh, yeah, helicopter money. The stimulus, the printing of the stimulus. There's a name for a book. Printing up endless rivers of stimulus by the Federal Reserve. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while the criminals behind Jeffrey Epstein's investment house and the criminals behind J.P. Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank and Wells Fargo and Bank of America and all these other great big bankster gangster corporations that finance two-faced snakes like Donald Trump, they've been waltzing off with trillions while Trump and his gang of rat bastard two-faced snakes create distraction after distraction after distraction after distraction after distraction. The American people are so well informed in how the COVIDs are transmitted amongst human beings. They know every last little piece of science about the masks and the vaccines, and they know all the different death rates and infection rates, and this COVID mess is being used to hypnotize the American public. And then, of course, along comes the Black Lives Matter, like that's for total morons. Yeah, Black Lives Matter, but so do all the other people's lives. It's not just Black lives. I mean, this idea that Black Lives Matter is superior to everything else is nothing more than fueling the furnace of racial discord. That's all it does, is it creates a distraction while the bankster gangsters waltz off with trillions and then, of course, charge it to the serfs. Did Donald Trump tell you all that you were a serf and you're living on the manor and you're a slave to the tax system and the whole thing operates on paper and ink, fiat, bills of credit, shin plaster, the stimulus, quantitative easing helicopter bucks. The whole thing operates on paper and ink monopoly money. Did they explain that to you? How this COVID fiasco, and that's all it is it's a COVID fiasco, is being used to distract the whole country, the whole world. They're bankrupting the planet so that they can impose more and more and more control. Hell, they even tell you which way you can walk in the supermarket. And they got, where did all that come from? You gotta go in one door and then you gotta move through the store only in one direction. How long does it take you to get back to the milk in the back corner? You gotta follow the lines and you can only move through the aisles in one direction. So there you have it, folks. In any event, ask Donald Trump about the shin plaster. And then, of course, ask Donald Trump about the massive sewage debacle that is ravaging not just the United States, but the world. See Wuhan, China's sewage fiasco, and see New York City's and Los Angeles and Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Baltimore, Buffalo, Albany, New York City, Manhattan, Washington, D.C., Tampa, Miami, Raleigh, North Carolina's got a big old sewage mess, and it's all over the country, folks. There's a giant sewage fiasco that's been going on in America for decades, and it involves a whole lot more than one virus. One more time. Sewage is full of all the COVIDs. Sewage carries millions of viruses, Donald Trump. Why don't you discuss the sewage crisis, you fat asshole? You lying little puke worm, Donald Trump. Let's talk about America's vast sewage problems. Ladies and gentlemen, I need say no more. And, follow the money. Follow the money and quit listening to this mafia jackass from Manhattan, old Donnie Trump, because he ain't going to save America any more than he saved the Commodore Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it right there. Hasta la vista. God bless, and you can betcha we're coming back.